You're not alone. If you need someone to talk to today, please contact Crisis Services Canada by either calling them at 1-833-456-4566 all hours of the day, or you can text them at 45645 at 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember, you're not alone, and Crisis Services Canada is here to help. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. I'm your host, Graeme Forsyth. Coffee with Graeme is, of course, presented by Pure Anada, Fabricland, Winkler, and Evolve Green. The reason why this is a special edition of Coffee with Graeme is because we're doing it in the evening. We were going to do it in the morning, but it didn't quite work out for the guest that we have on tonight, so we decided to, instead of doing it this morning, doing it tonight for this edition of a segment we got here called Junior Hockey Signings. Now, we've done one edition of Junior Hockey Signings so far on Coffee with Graeme. We did it with Brett DeTarren, who was a player for Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy's U17 prep male team. I didn't say that it was junior hockey signings back then when we did that episode, I don't think, at least. But yeah, this is a segment, Junior Hockey Signings, where we just talk to players that have signed with junior hockey teams for the upcoming seasons. And the guest tonight is another player from Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy's U17 prep male team. It's Colby Bear. Colby is from Peguis, Manitoba. He's committed to the Battlefords North Stars for the 2021-2022 season. I'm going to ask Colby tonight about what it's been like growing up in Peguis, what it's been like playing for Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy throughout the seasons that he's had a chance to play for them, as well as his commitment to Battlefords in the SJHL, which is the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, for the 2021-2022 season. So without further ado, let's bring in the guests now after this intro. Colby Bear, number 9 of the Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy U17 prep male team, on this edition of Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. Joining me now on the show on this fine Tuesday night here in July, the first ever July edition of Coffee with Graeme we've done for this year of 2021. It's Colby Bear, commit of the Battlefords North Stars in the SJHL for the 2021-2022 season. I guess former player for Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy now, as well as a player from Peguis, Manitoba. Colby, how are you doing on this fine Tuesday evening here from where you're at, Peguis, Manitoba?
Doing pretty great. It was pretty hot out today, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so hot in the past, I guess the summer months here this year, which is crazy. How was working in the heat today?
Wasn't bad. There was a lot of water provided for us, so that was good.
Nice. That's always great when you're able to get that hydration, right? No doubt about that. And you were telling me about just the type of job that you do. Can you explain to just what you're doing for work right now to our viewers?
So Peguis, the community I'm from, they have a program for 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds. And the program is just basically you kind of just do what the boss wants you to do or something like that, and you basically just do what they ask you to do.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Can you dive into just some of the things that you've been able to do with this line of work?
Yeah, so Peguis has an arena, and they kind of just get us to clean it up, sanitize around the arena. And there's a splash pad in Peguis, so they also get us to sanitize the splash pad when people are done using it. And yeah, we kind of have like activities in Peguis for like the youth.
Yeah.
And yeah, they kind of get us to supervise the activities and sanitize everything that's done, and just basically be a supervisor at the activities for the youth.
Nice, and that's awesome that you get to give back to the community in that way. How proud does that make you, just being able to help out like that, supporting the community in Peguis like that?
Yeah, it's like, for me, it kind of feels like, giving back to them, because Peguis has they've been helping me a lot through the hockey, by paying, gas money sometimes. And, I live on a reserve, so like the reserve, helps out the, people that are trying to get out there in the world and, become something in the world. So, they've contributed a lot to my success. And yeah, kind of, being supervisor, giving back a little bit it's a little rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man, that you're able to do that. Just what's it been like for you? Like you said, like Peguis has been able to help you so much in your lifetime, in hockey and some other things too. Just speak about just the experience of growing up in Peguis, Manitoba.
So when I was kind of a kid, Peguis was kind of just like, getting up there a little bit. I'm pretty sure Peguis is the biggest reserve in Manitoba. I'm not sure, don't take my word for it, but um growing up in Peguis was fun. And a lot of activities go around with the youth. I remember being at those activities. And yeah, they do a lot for the youth. And made a lot of new friends with those activities. And yeah, there's not much paved roads here, but so yeah, it kind of gets pretty dusty.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just, I have no complaints about Peguis growing up here.
Yeah, that's great. No complaints, and I feel like there shouldn't be any, right? Just like you've said, how much that the community there has been able to do for you, just what they've been able to do. Just how crazy is that? Just seeing just how Peguis, Manitoba has grown throughout the years to where they're at now as a community.
It's been phenomenal. Especially then I've witnessed it. I kind of feel special witnessing, Peguis growing over the years and becoming and having more facilities and just cool things that you wouldn't see in a reserve. And yeah, it feels a bit special to, witness that and kind of be a part of it.
Yeah, that's great for sure. I'm sure it's going to be something you look back at too and be like, "Wow, it was amazing to get to witness the growth of your hometown and your community, your reserve, just stuff like that," which is great. So we're going to move away from that and just talk about the move out that you made to Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy to play your high school years of hockey. Just what was it like just choosing Pilot-Mound as that next place to play 3 seasons ago?
So when I went to Pilot-Mound, they sent me an invite to their spring camp. And yeah, when I went to Pilot-Mound, it was kind of like home. That's one of the reasons why I picked Pilot-Mound. Yeah, the staff was very nice to me. They later on through my years with the team, I've noticed how much the staff cares about their players and their community basically. And yeah, it was a great 3 years for me with Pilot-Mound. I've experienced a lot. I've learned a lot. I've grown as a citizen, and as a hockey player, of course. And yeah, Pilot-Mound was an experience. It was a good experience.
Let's speak about how you've grown as a hockey player. You've developed into a strong two-way forward, as per what your head coach Rick McConnell said about you. Just speak about your journey and your path to just how you've been able to develop throughout the years to become the hockey player you are now.
Yeah, so me, I've grown the passion for hockey kind of when I first started playing AAA. And for me, I want to go as far as I can. So, you have to do what you have to do to get as far as you can, right? So, that means, you know, um not messing around, going to the gym consistently and working on yourself in practice consistently. So that's what I was doing. Also, I would ask my coaches, what what am I like doing wrong, and what should I do to fix it? If I messed up on a play in a game, I'd ask them what I should have done instead, and then I would consider it going out the next shift, and then I would consider it, or I would practice it on the practices we had, and that's kind of the journey that I had throughout the years I've been in Pilot-Mound, was just basically staying focused as much as I can, and yeah.
Yeah, that's great. It's evident that you're a person that's a student of the game. Would I be right in that regard that you call yourself a student of the game of hockey?
hmm Yeah, I watch a lot of hockey, like the NHL too, and I would analyze and watch what they're doing, and try and implement into my game, and just stuff like that is what I've been doing for the last 2 3 years.
Your dedication and love for the game is the big reason why Rick, obviously by his quote, he said that your dedication and love for the game has helped you develop into a strong two-way player. Evident that your dedication and love for the game is kind of the backbone of what makes you the type of hockey player you are. Can you describe just how truly that dedication and love for the game of hockey for you allowed you to be able to do the things like ask questions, just strive to get better, stuff like that throughout your 3 seasons?
Um, at first, I didn't really have the courage to ask, because I was gonna be like, I would the just the thoughts that go in your head. If he's gonna be mad at me, or if he's not gonna help me, or something like that, and I kind of just built up the courage to just consistently ask, and even ask my teammates, like, uh you mentioned Brett, you've had him on here, and I would ask him a lot, and what I should do, because me and him, I would go into center once in a while, and so Brett's a center, he's
Yeah.
pretty good too, so I would ask him tips about going to center, what should I do, what should I look out for, just all that stuff, just having the courage to ask questions. It takes a lot, but it helps in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. And I think just that courage for you was a huge part, like you said, of just your time of being successful as a hockey player in the academy, and just like you said, asking players like Brad and just other players about just how to improve, stuff like that. Could you just speak about what the relationship was like between a player like you and Brett throughout your years of playing with him at Pilot-Mound?
So me personally, I feel like me and him have grown to be like a brotherhood. Um, even off and off the ice, we will look out for each other, and step up for each other once in a while. And me and Brett have been playing for heck since first Bantam, AAA Bantam. So that's
Wow.
like
Yeah.
4 years me and him have been playing with each other, and 5 years of playing with your teammate, and you it's like, yeah, we've grown to a brotherhood, and me personally, that's what I believe, and yeah, we've helped each other a lot out throughout the years, in school, working out, tips on working out, just, yeah, basically a little brotherhood, looking out for each other and stuff like that.
That's amazing. And yeah, just to have that type of bond, just to have that experience of creating that type of bond with a player like Brett in your case is just outstanding. It's what you love to see in this great game that we love to call our favorite sport here in Canada. There's a reason why I think it is the best sport in the world. And I've said many times before, it's just those memories of bonding with teammates and creating that brotherhood, like you said, that you have with Brett is what makes this game so special for sure. So we're going to take our first commercial break here in this edition of Coffee with Graeme. I've been joined by Colby Bear, I guess a former player now of Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy's U17 prep male team. We're going to come back after the break, continue talking about his time with Pilot-Mound, and then later on, of course, with this being junior hockey signings, we're going to talk about that commitment that he made to Battlefords to play for the North Stars for the 2021-2022 season. That's coming up after these commercial breaks on this edition of Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. Stick around. We'll watch more. Welcome back to Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. So far, I've been joined by Colby Bear. We're going to get Colby back here right now. Colby, it's been great talking to you so far just about your time growing up in Peguis, the place you were born, Peguis, Manitoba, as well as your time with Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy. We dove into that a bit before we went to break. We're going to continue talking about his time with Pilot-Mound, and of course, since this is junior hockey signings, we're going to talk about that commitment he made to the Battlefords North Stars for the 2021-2022 season to play junior A hockey in Saskatchewan in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. Just talking about you with Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy, you enjoyed a career of playing 141 games, 68 goals, 71 assists, 139 points in your 3 seasons as a Buffalo. Just what was that like for you, being able to have the type of success you had with this team, of course, winning a championship as well in the 2019-2020 season in the CSSHL to go along with the successes you had on the score sheet? Just speak about your successes and how you were able to be so successful with Pilot-Mound.
So yeah, damn, I didn't even know the total stats total points I had throughout the 3 years, and I'm pretty surprised that I got that much. It's pretty impressive in my part anyways. But the success with hockey is just through that dedication to the everything had to play into my success was the help from my community, Peguis First Nation, the help from my parents, the help from the coaches, and the dedication, the passion, and just basically everything that it all played into play in my success. And the championship too, I can the whole championship journey was just team effort. Defense, the goalies were phenomenal. The forwards are phenomenal, the defense were phenomenal, the coaching staff was phenomenal, even the fans were phenomenal, and just all that stuff that it all played into play with my success with growing as a hockey player and also winning the championship.
Let's dive into that championship since we're on the topic of it. Just helping lead this program to their first CSSHL championship in 2019-2020. I talked to Brett about it, and when I spoke to him on the episode we did with him on junior hockey signings, and he just said that it was about learning from the past and not being cocky coming in. Said that the year before in the playoffs, you guys folded under pressure and collapsed and lost in the semifinals the season before. Just what was that like for you and this team, for the players coming back to use what you learned from past experiences the season before to bring it all together and to win that championship in 2019-2020?
So when I, first came into the league, I wasn't, familiar with the teams in the league. And, when playoffs came around, playoff hockey, that's where, it's time to go and everybody's at their best. And my first year was, the first time I've experienced and, seen and know what they can do, like the teams in the league. And like that was the first time I could see what they were made of, was during playoffs. And yeah, it was basically just what Brett said too, with learning from the past and not folding under pressure with the teams we had played against in the playoffs. And yeah, it's Brett probably said it all. I probably would agree with him with everything you said.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about that. Just for this team to be able to, get to the top of that mountain in 2019-2020, like you did, winning the first CSSHL championship in the school's history is something to definitely be proud about. Just how crazy of a moment was it when you saw the clock hit zeros, knowing that you guys did what you set out to do, winning that championship back in 2019-2020, just the special feeling that was.
The feeling was amazing. I remember because I unfortunately did not get to play the last game, and I would give props to the team winning that final game totally on their part. And I was supportive and I was cheering them on in any way I could. So, when I heard the buzzer go off, I jumped in the air and, ran on the ice and, hugged anybody I could on the way onto the big crowd with the boys. And yeah, I remember I jumped into the middle of all of them, and I jumped over them, and then I ended up falling in the ice. So like that would explain how excited and amazing that feeling felt winning that championship.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Just can contain your excitement. You, like you said, jumping all over the place, which should have been a pretty awesome sight to see. Why couldn't you play in that final game? Obviously, due to injury, correct? What type of injury did you sustain to not to keep you out of that game?
I did not suffer an injury. I got, this is embarrassing to say, but I'm just going to say it anyways. I got kicked out. I will admit it was kind of a, unnecessary hit on my part. And they decided to give me a 5-minute in misconduct. And so that's the reason why I did not play that last game, which was very unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say that's the perfect word. Unfortunate, just something that happened to you. That something that happens once in a while in the game when you get kicked out. Obviously, unfortunate for you to not be able to play in the championship game due to that. But obviously, nice seeing your team go out and do their thing. You spoke about just the the depth of this team, of just how deep you guys were in all three positions, forward, defense, and goaltending. Just how nice was that to see that all come together in that championship game with a player like you out of the lineup, just seeing that firsthand from the stands.
Yeah, no, I was just as surprised as anybody else. Yeah, they all came together, and I give full props to them, and it was kind of, I was kind of proud of them. From the very first game we had of that season to the last game, I was proud of my team, and even though I was kind of, as a leader, I was kind of hard on them, and it was just basic. I was just a proud moment with, for my friends and my teammates and the coaches and, their parents and, for myself, and just a proud moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and you spoke about just the crowd in that game, just how it was. Just could you speak about what it was like just watching the game with that type of crowd in a championship game like that?
It made me wish I did not get kicked out even more. The fans were going wild, and that's a big part of hockey is the fans, and nowadays the teams are making the NHL teams are making the fans feel a part of every win they win, and yeah, it just made me want to be out there even more playing with my teammates.
Yeah, and pretty surreal feeling, I bet, just getting to experience being in that crowd while your team was playing for the championship. Just moving away from that championship season, just Rick McConnell said that you have a tremendous shot and a nose for the net, which allowed you to score many big goals. You can play in all situations as well. To describe yourself as a player out there, out there playing hockey, just the style of play you have, your strengths and stuff like that.
So me personally, I like to get the assist rather than the goal. So yeah, I think the word for that is called playmaker. So I think I would be, a playmaker, because I like to get the assist rather than the goal. The goal is, of course, it's awesome to get a goal. So, and I think my biggest strength was protecting the puck away from my opponents to create more space for myself to make a play and then score. So,
Nice.
I was very good at that, and my coaches have told me that, and I would agree with them. So, yeah, I would say protecting the puck was one of my biggest strengths.
Describe yourself as a leader out there, just both on the ice and off the ice, during your time specifically with Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy.
I'm more of a example, and also my coaches have said that about me, and I agree with them too. Is I'm more of an example leader.
Yeah.
If if the player's tired or something like that, the coach would give talk about me for an example, be like, he doesn't give up, or he doesn't stop, or he doesn't continue on and push through and stuff like that. So probably the example leader is what I was known for on the team.
Yeah, that's great. Always gotta have players like that, right? That can go out and lead by example, like you were able to throughout those 3 seasons. Just talking about this season, just coming in with this team, the youth that you guys had, knowing that all the uncertainty around if you guys were even going to be able to have a full season, which didn't end up happening, of course, due to COVID-19. Just for you, in terms of how you thought the team would have fared this season, in terms of the talent that you guys had.
So just like every single year I was in Pilot-Mound, the team came in a little, you know what I mean? And then every year they would, be better and better and better throughout the season. And then when playoffs came around, they were even better. So I would say that the team this year with, the COVID season, if we had a season, it would be kind of like that, because that's just what I'm what I know with every single team I've been with. And yeah, I feel like we would have progressed a lot if we did not have, COVID in place.
Yeah, and just so unfortunate that just with the squads that were put together in all of these minor hockey leagues, not only the CSSHL, but AAA hockey leagues, AA hockey leagues, just leagues all around the country that didn't have a chance to have a season. Just unfortunate that we'll never know what could have been due to COVID-19. But that's always what next season is for, right? To see what happens. But just for you this season, as a player, how did you feel your game was like, where your game was at, just in terms of what really came out and you really saw in your game in terms of the stuff that you improved on from the championship season of this year coming in?
So I believed I would have been MVP of the league, because that's just my personal opinion, because like I said, the passion and dedication and the help from the coaches and teammates, with all that knowledge and all that help with the skill I already had, I think I would have been, up there if we did not have this COVID season, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, and just for you to say that, just thinking that you could have been the MVP this season, that you would have won it, just speaks to the confidence that you have. Just how truly special do you feel that is about yourself, that you're able to have such confidence out there, and not only have the confidence, but are able to go out and prove what you can do at that high level as well?
Yeah, just basically like I said, the dedication, and it's I've grown confidence over the years, and I've believed in myself a lot through the years, and that's how I felt like it would have been a great year for me.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just unfortunate that we weren't able to see it unfold, but it's going to be exciting for you to see what you can do next season in Junior A in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League with the Battlefords North Stars. We're going to talk about that coming up after the break here on Coffee with Graeme. I've been joined by number 9 of the Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy U17 Prep Male Program, senior forward Colby Bear, on this edition of the show. Stick around. We'll be back for more on this edition of Coffee with Graeme after this commercial break.
Welcome to Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot-Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Welcome back to Coffee with Graeme here on ASTV Productions. I've been joined by number 9 of the Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy Buffaloes, their U17 prep male team, one of their senior forwards, Colby Bear, on this edition of the show. Just been talking about Colby's time in Pilot-Mound. In the last segment, early on the show, we touched a bit on his time in Pilot-Mound, just his dedication for the game, stuff like that, as well as his time growing up in Peguis, Manitoba. And now, since this is junior hockey signings, we're going to talk about the team that you're committed to for the 2021-2022 season, the Battlefords North Stars in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. So just, how to come to be for you to be able to sign with Battlefords first off, Colby?
So me and their head scouts been going back and forth on text message, and I just finally text them, was like I was kind of getting down to the deadline for signing and stuff like that, and they let me know after a few days after I texted them. They said that they would want me to sign a player card, which was amazing. I was excited for it, and yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And just that opportunity that you're getting to play with this organization, an organization that has won some championships in the last decade in the 2010s, just a team that's been at the top of their division at times. Just how excited are you to be able to start things up with this organization and join them?
Very excited. A bit nervous too, considering their past with their championships and the players that they've moved on, but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very proud of myself also for going to a team that's like North Belford, and yeah, I'm just very excited to get started and get to know new people, new players, and new coaches, and even live in Saskatchewan. I never lived outside Manitoba before, so it's gonna be pretty exciting to live somewhere else for a bit.
Yeah, and you had a chance to move away from home to play with Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy throughout your 3 seasons. Just how do you feel like your experience with doing that with Pilot-Mound is going to help you with your transition to moving out to Saskatchewan to playing with Battlefords?
It's helped tremendously. It's going to be a bit different from Pilot-Mound. Instead of living in dorms, I'll be living with a different family. But I'm prepared. I'm going to be learning some new things though, and that's obviously about it. Moving to a different team, and a lot of things for Outbound has helped me prepare for junior A. Just like traveling a lot. Like there's a lot of traveling that goes on in junior A, and Pilot-Mound has traveled a lot. I've traveled a lot for the last 3 years, and that has prepared me to get ready for junior A. Yeah, I kind of just like know what to expect moving somewhere, moving to a farther place, and yeah, I think it's prepared me pretty well.
Just that opportunity to play junior A hockey. Just how excited are you to go out and prove your skills against the different competition you'll be facing in the SJHL with Battlefords?
Yeah, junior A is the next level with the level I was playing with, and I fully believe in myself and the confidence I have, like you said, that I'll do pretty good, and I just think I'll be liked around there, and yeah, just because from my dedication and passion for the game. So
How excited are you to get that opportunity to go out there and prove that you can play in the lineup on a consistent night in, night out basis?
yeah, I'm pretty excited really excited. Playing for the new fans and playing in new arenas and different dressing rooms and it's all that stuff that goes into playing one game. It's very exciting, and I'm can't wait to experience it.
Speaking about the culture that Battlefords has, just for you to get with this team and get to know and bond with these teammates that you're going to have a chance to bond with, how excited are you to experience the culture that Battleford has with their North Stars team?
For me, really excited because even the coaches and even the scouts have told me that. So Battleford is they're surrounded, not surrounded, but like they're in the middle of a lot of reserves, and for an Indigenous person coming to play in a team that's around his reserves, I'm gonna be excited. Like I'm gonna be known around there, and I'll be an ambassador quoting the new coach that I've the new coach for North Battleford, and yeah, they said that if the past Native players that have been playing on North Battleford, they were ambassadors to the youth for the reserve people, and even in Battleford's.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just that opportunity you're going to get to give back to your roots in a way. Give back to your roots. Just I bet that like you've said, like you pointed to, that's one of the things that you're most excited for. Just how excited are you to down the line become an ambassador for some of these reserves, these communities in North Battleford?
I've been thinking a lot in the future, as a little bit more than I should, but yeah, no, I'm gonna try my hardest to be an ambassador in any way I could. If it's not hockey, it could be anything else. I just can't wait till what unfolds for my journey and my path to being an ambassador to youth Indigenous people.
Moving on to the billet families now, I'm assuming that you're going to have a chance to live with a billet family. Yeah,
Yeah, they provide billet families.
that's awesome. How excited are you to get that experience of junior hockey, of living with a billet family?
It's gonna be a bit different, but I think I'm up for it. Get to know some new people, and especially from a different tradition and different place far away. Yeah, pretty excited to meet some new people.
Talking about your game, like you said, you like to think of yourself more as a playmaker. One of your biggest strengths being puck protection. Just with you being that 200-foot player that can get it done on both ends of the ice, just how excited. I guess the question is just how you feel you're going to be able to make an impact on this lineup and in day one when you get out there to play games.
I feel like I'm gonna, of course, moving on to the next level, there's gonna be some struggles. I'm gonna be playing against older and bigger guys than me, so I feel like I'm gonna have to get used of it a little bit, and once I get used of it a little bit, it's gonna be just like a Pilot-Mound, just creating more plays and getting more points.
Speaking about just that level of competition in Junior A, of course, the competition is going to be older, faster, stronger, just about better in every facet of the game compared to a league like the CSSHL. Not taking away anything from that, but junior hockey, especially at that Junior A level, is a different beast, right? Just what do you feel are going to be the biggest challenges for you in that first season of playing junior hockey as a rookie?
For me, it's probably gonna be the fighting. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not really a fighter, but if I have to go, then I'm gonna go. But I never played a where they're allowed to fight whenever they want type stuff, and
Yeah.
I think it's the fighting, yeah. But the second thing would probably be just the speed. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to get used to it and work even harder to match those opponents.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be interesting to see if you get into a scrap at all in your first season or in your career, if anything. But yeah, just speaking about yourself, like you said about yourself, you feel like you're that player that leads by example out there as a leader. Your coaches and teammates have alluded to that too, obviously, like you said. Just what are you most excited to bring to this team's dressing room when you make that move out to playing with Battlefords, the North Stars in your first season, I guess throughout your whole career with this team?
Of course, players when they're down, try and teach them any way they could, and let them know that they can ask questions, getting better off or on the ice. Just being like a good teammate, you know what I mean? Be there for them and stick up for them when they need, and teach them a little bit, teach them whenever I can, and yeah, and a little bit of leadership. Yeah, I kind of want to be like what I was in Pilot-Mound there, leading by example. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And, just getting that opportunity to develop with a team like Battlefords, just how excited are you to get to continue your development into developing your whole game as a hockey player throughout your time playing in the SJHL with the North Stars?
Yeah, no, the SJHL it's a good league. A lot of good players that you see now in the NHL come from there, and I'm just excited to be a part of it, and hopefully they would be, representing my name, you know what I mean, in the near future. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for, just everything.
Would be awesome to see you as the next big name coming out of the SJ for sure. Yeah, that'd be awesome to see. But just in terms of the things you feel you need to keep improving on as a player, what are the biggest things that you're looking to improve in your game heading into your first season with the North Stars?
For me, it's balance. I've noticed a lot, even I've noticed it, that I'm kind of easy to be pushed off from the puck and stuff like that. So that's what I've been working on so far in these summer months. And yeah, I feel like I need to be more stronger and bigger, getting towards bigger guys and stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty much what I think works.
When do you guys exactly start camp? Is there information you got about that yet, or is it kind of up in the air when you guys start training camp at this point?
I think I looked at it today. I can remember the fall camp is August 27th. So
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's going to be awesome for you to finally get together with this with your teammates for the first time and get things going. Just how excited are you for that first day of camp to meet the coaches in person, the teammates as well that you'll be playing with?
Pretty excited. Yeah, I would like to, build a relationship with the coaches and, of course, my teammates also, and the staff there, and even the employees around, the rink. You know what I mean? Like there's all the Zamboni driver, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to build some more, relationships and hopefully in the future.
Speaking about the crowds that you're gonna have a chance to experience, like you said in that championship game, just the crowd was electrifying in that year that you guys won the championship with Pilot-Mound in 2019-2020. Just the excitement for you of being able to play in front of these big crowds, for them to see what type of player Colby Bear is.
Yeah, I think they will be electric, of course, like the Pilot-Mound one in the final game. Yeah, I'm excited to, see what they're all about and, see if they're louder than the Pilot-Mound fans. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going to be a cool experience to see which fans are louder, no doubt about that. Last question before I let you go. Just, it's obvious that you have high expectations for yourself. You always want to be the best that you can be at anything you do. Just talking about hockey specifically for this interview, just, with that drive, that dedication, that love you have for the game to continue to improve, get better and better, what are the goals that you're setting for yourself at that next level of playing junior A hockey to, potentially completing the goals that you're setting up for yourself come year one?
So when you first come to a new team, you're usually third or fourth line. My goal by the end of the season is probably be second line, or even first line. But it's obviously hard to accomplish that. And yeah, I would like to be a top rookie on my team, not the whole league, but on my team, or at least top 3 or something like that. Of course, I have big expectations for myself, and those are some of the goals that I've already started to set for myself.
Well, it's going to be entertaining, interesting to see what you'll be able to do next season with your new team, Colby, the Battlefords North Stars and the SJHL. Of course, I've been joined by Colby Bear, number 9 of the Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy U17 prep male team on this edition of the show on junior hockey signings. Colby, it was great getting to talk to you, man, on this Tuesday night. I wish you all the best heading into this season. Good luck, and hopefully things will come together like you see fit this season for yourself. It's going to be exciting.
Thank you very much for your kindness, and thanks for having me on your podcast. It was awesome.
Yeah, no problem. Glad you enjoyed it, man. We're going to let Colby go now. We're going to go to a final commercial break in this edition of Coffee with Graeme. I'll be back for some final words on the special Tuesday evening edition of Coffee with Graeme here on ASTV Productions. Stick with me. I'll be back in just a moment.
Why go solar? Solar is better than ever. Our revolutionary design and inverter equipment with the latest in solar panel technology for the ultimate in-home and business security. That's right, I said security. Grid security and security of your home are linked. Fortify your future today with a battery backup system. No maintenance, quiet running. Did you know in Manitoba, grid-connected, off-grid, and battery backup systems are 100% right off in the year you purchase for any company or farm? Do you want to back up your internet, keep your tills running, and the lights on? We can install a system that is right for you with battery backup fully capable of taking on all those essential loads and keeping you running. When you call our experts at Evolve Green, ask about getting your free energy audit today. Call or email today to find out what system works best for you. 1-866-5EVOLVE or support@evolvegreen.ca. Also, be sure to check out our website at www.evolvegreen.ca.
Welcome back to this edition of Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. Of course, I was joined by Colby Bear, number 9 for Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy's U17 prep male team. He's played there for the past 3 seasons, put up a heck of a career with that team, including winning a SJHL championship in 2019-2020. He joined junior hockey commits tonight here on Coffee with Graeme, a new segment we're doing. He was the second ever player to join this segment, the first player being his teammate, his former teammate, I guess, Brett DeTarren. And yeah, it was just great getting to talk to Colby tonight about his time growing up in Peguis, Manitoba, his time with Pilot-Mound Hockey Academy, and the new team he'll be playing for next year with his commitment to the Battlefords North Stars in the SJHL. And yeah, I wish him the best of luck, and I hope that he can succeed to the highest level that he can. Seems like he's got the stuff to do it at that next level for sure. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's edition of the show. But before I let you guys go, I want to address something that I said on our Canada Day episode. I spoke about the tragedies involving the Indigenous community with the discovery of Indigenous children under residential schools, and just to see the news come out in 2021, finding out just in general, just children being found under these residential schools at this point, and it only coming out in the news now, and just the number of children being found was just sickening. And I do want to apologize for one thing I said. I addressed it in the July 1st episode on Canada Day. I said First Nations. It's not only affecting First Nations, but Indigenous people as a whole. My apologies for that. That was ignorant on my part, but yeah, my apologies for that. It's just, it's sickening, it's frustrating, it's maddening, and it's a terrible thing to hear in the news. And, you know, I said in that episode that I'd be putting down a link for you guys to potentially share and donate to. I did name a link in that episode, a place where you guys could go to do that. But I'm changing it up since that was for First Nations only. I looked for one that involves Indigenous communities as a whole. It's on CanadaHelps.org. Let's just see here. Just gotta find it. It's going to be a page where you can donate to Indigenous charities. It's charities serving Indigenous people. Share the common goal of addressing issues vital to Indigenous people's culture, health, well-being, and the reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. And for me, as a Caucasian, 20-year-old male, a white male, you know, I have no Indigenous blood in me, and I can't even begin to understand just the trauma and things that, you know, Indigenous people have gone through. I can't relate to any of those experiences because I haven't had any experiences like that of being discriminated against or other stuff that they face, the challenges along the way. So all I'm going to do is offer my support and offer this link in every one of our descriptions heading forward here on Coffee with Graeme. I'm going to put this link from CanadaHelps.org down in the description of all the episodes moving forward. It's to donate to Indigenous charities. It's a great cause for sure. You guys don't have to donate. Feel free to if you want to, but you can share it as well if you want. And you're not obligated to do it, but every share, every donation counts for sure. So yeah, you know, that's going to do it for this edition of Coffee with Graeme on ASTV Productions. The first ever time we did this show in the evening, you know, from my memory at least. I don't think we've ever done a show in the evening here for Coffee with Graeme. So we're calling this the first ever evening edition of Coffee with Graeme. Of course, we're going to be back to our regular scheduled time of Coffee with Graeme being released this Thursday, coming up in 2 days for another edition of Coffee with Graeme, coming up at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time on Thursday. You can catch it on ASTV Productions on Facebook as well as on our website at astvproductions.com. We'll be announcing the full guest list tomorrow. We already got one of our interviews done. I did it today. I did it with a player from the MJBL, which is the Manitoba Junior Baseball League. Of course, that league, it's great to see it back and in the full swing of things again for this 2021 season. And yeah, I had a chance to speak with a guy that I think is a star in the league from the Elmwood Giants, which is going to be fun for you guys to see who that is. Want to know who that Elmwood Giants player is from the MJBL? Well, find out tomorrow when we release the guest list. You can check it out on our Instagram, Facebook, that's at ASTV Productions, as well as our Twitter at Amateur Sports TV. We'll be releasing the full guest list sometime tomorrow. And yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Coffee with Graeme. I've been your host, Graeme Forsyth, signing off now until I see you folks Thursday. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night. Stay safe out there and have a good one as well. Signing off now, Graeme Forsyth. Till I see you Thursday. See you then.